Welcome back. This is Pappy Can Do It YouTube channel. I'm Pappy and I can do it. So I come out this morning to go to church and the battery was dead on the Cherokee, which I knew was going to be bad, but we're going to change it out. So first thing you do on how to do this is open the hood. There's a new one that I just purchased from Walmart. It's $49.99. And it's going to go right there. Stay tuned. Okay, the thing that you want to pay attention to when you buy a battery is, of course, I looked for a 98 Jeep Cherokee battery, but there's all kinds of different batteries out there. Some's really expensive, some's not so expensive, but most important thing is this here's what's called a top post, because it has the cables on top and it has the O-type battery clamps that goes around the battery terminals on the battery. This isn't just a flat disc with the bolt through it, it's actually a battery terminal. Next thing you want to notice and pay attention to is which side's the positive and the negative side on the battery, due to where the cables are on the Jeep. So in this case, the positive's on this side and the positive cable's on this side. So if you had a battery, the positive's on this side, the negative cable would not reach over here, the positive cable would not reach over here. So I'm going to extract this battery and then we'll get ready to install a new one. To extract the battery, there's this bar that goes across the top that holds the battery in place. I'm going to remove it first. First thing I should do, I guess, is probably disconnect the hot. That way, if your hot comes in touch with anything, it's going to spark and make a big scare. So you just loosen the nut on this side of the post and just wiggle that and take that off. This is your, and then here's your ground side. And do the same thing over here. Well, that one slipped, of course. So let me see if I can find a different size wrench. If we're going to make other extreme measures, take extreme measures on that one, like vice grip. But we'll go ahead and take this bar off. When you take off any nuts or bolts, you always put them in a place that you're not going to lose them. No matter how safe you put them, I usually still lose one or two. But hopefully that's not the case this time. Okay, so I have that bracket off. It comes off really simple. Okay, I'm going to go to the garage and get a wire brush and some vice grips to get this off. Hold on. Okay, I'm back with some vice grips. And with any luck, we'll be able to get this nut off. Oh yeah, it's turning the whole thing, but that's okay. Put a wrench on this one. I don't generally like doing this kind of stuff on Sundays, but I need the Jeep in the morning. So, alright, that's loose enough, I think, to come off there. You see the battery acid. You want to be careful and not get this acid on your clothes, on your hands or anything, because it will eat a hole right through whatever you're wearing. Alright, this one is ready to come out. Just pull it up and set it to the side. And then I'm going to slide the new one down in the same hole. Push this handle down. Alright, we're going to try to put the bracket back on it before we hook up the cables. Okay. So we set the nuts to the side to hold this on. There's one started. And this other one fell down a little bit, but I think I can get it. Yeah. And it goes through this hole here. Alright. Very good, just like that. Church service was awesome this morning. We baptized two young ladies. They made an awesome decision this morning. So I'm proud of them for that. Alright. Now I'm going to go ahead and tighten up the bar that holds the battery in place. I'm just going to snug it down. I'm not going to power torque it or nothing like that. Whatever power torque means. Okay, that's good enough for that. Alright, so I'm going to put I brought the wire brush over here. I'm going to clean this terminal up some. Get rid of some of that acid. Don't have to be perfect. Just want to clean it up some. Hope I can salvage this. Sometimes you got to replace them once in a while. That looks okay. Alright, put him back on there like this. And then maybe I can tighten him up. There's 2 1/2 inches. Alrighty. Maybe he'll tighten up on his own. Not have to use a persuader. There we go. I may have to do something serious here with him. What I need to do is take that completely off and clean up that bolt. So let's see if I can do that. That's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to take that off and clean it up. So I'll be back. Alrighty, I'm back. The original bolt, I took it out and I wire brushed it. It's in pretty bad shape. It's probably hard to see on the camera. So I'm going to replace the whole bolt and nut. So I had that in the shop there, so it's not wasn't a big deal. So I'm going to go ahead and run this one down. On these top terminals like this, it was always tough for me since a kid, really, on knowing how tight. These terminals are lead. I know the camera don't show it. It's not in a very good position. I'm by myself. But the lead, you can see the lead pulling together as I tighten this bolt up. You think, well, that's tight enough, but I tell you, if these aren't super tight, they won't charge right. And going into winter time, well, it's already winter time. This is January, so it's just happened to be 60 degrees today in Indiana. But you want it to be good and tight, and I think that is sufficient. And then on the positive side, We're going to take off this protective cap. That keeps things from melting down. It's a little bit nasty on the inside of this thing here, so I'm going to take a knife and shine it up a little bit just so to have the optimum connection so the battery charges good, because we don't want to have any problems down the road. When I come out to the old Jeep and hit the start button, the key, I want it to fire up. I don't want to have to do this when it's 0 outside and the wind's blowing and things like that. So I cleaned it up a little bit. That went on there super duper easy. And then we're going to tighten this side up as well. And again, I can see the lead terminal molding around that terminal. So we're going to call that good right there. Okay, so battery's replaced. So as you can see, probably fit right in there. We've got this terminal cleaned up. New bolt, new nut. That one's okay, that's good. Then we have the old one sitting over here. I won't keep my receipt because I can return that and get my core deposit back. So let's turn the key, see what happens. Sounds good. There you go. Fired right up. And then died. There we go. Alrighty. Make sure that it's charging. I got it hooked up right there.